After a big dinner at William Creek Hotel, and a comfortable night camping, today we continue our trip along the Udnadacta track. We arrive at the famous Pink Roadhouse at Udnadacta in time for lunch. In the afternoon we turn off the main road and start our journey into the Wisjara National Park. The next day we reach a milestone of the trip. We pass through the entrance to the Simpson Desert, before finding our first campsite between the dunes. There is not much to see along the Udnadacta track, other than what remains of the old gun railway. The track is mostly straight, dusty, and very windy. We stopped to investigate an old ruined homestead at Edward Creek, and found out very quickly why this place was in ruin. The country here is very barren, very hot, and very windy. Just before arriving at Udnadacta, we stopped to check out Australia's longest railway bridge at Algebakina. It's hard to imagine the effort that went into building this bridge, all done by hand and to cross a raging river that is now nothing but dust. The main attraction at Udnadacta is the Pink Roadhouse. We stopped here for lunch, which was extremely slow. Once fed, we fueled up and headed back onto the dusty highway north. We turned to the east at the township of Hamilton, and the road conditions changed immediately. The road was much rougher, and the surface, much more rocky and red. We went quickly past the ruins of Padaka, which was our intended camp for the night, but the site was not very welcoming. We continued on until finding a great little campsite off the main road, alongside a dry creek bed. It was here that we were treated to our first amazing night sky. Not far from our bush campsite we stopped to admire what was left of Dalhousie ruins. There used to be a bustling homestead and cattle business here many years ago, but the great palms soaked up all the spring water, and everything else around died. Our journey then took us to Dalhousie Springs. This is a great spot to stop and take a swim in the hot springs, and to prepare for the crossing of the desert, which stretches from here to the next town, Birdsville. Perny Bore was the next stop along what was now becoming a very sandy track. Not much to see here now, they have turned off the bore water. I was here 10 years ago, and since then, most of the flora has died away. And finally, we find the entrance to the Simpson Desert. The journey never really starts until you find the sign. And once into the desert proper, we find our first traveler in need of assistance. Not much of a problem really. I think the esky was leaking, and the beer getting warm. As the afternoon was getting on, we soon decided to find a campsite for the night. Easy enough around here, camp anywhere between the dunes. Once set up, we were able to sit back and enjoy this amazing wilderness.